Okay, good evening and welcome. This is the August 12th meeting of the school committee. Call the meeting to order at 3:33. The meeting is being both audio and video recorded. In attendance for the committee, Antonella, Sarah, Kate, and myself. And we'll move right down to the first order of business. We have an additional request for, as we talked about last week, the two dugouts at Birchland. The same group would like to now go to four dugouts. So just in order to make it official, we had to have the meeting, and I certainly appreciate committee members for taking the time out of their day to meet again for this. So Steve and Pete, welcome. I'll hand it over to you guys for a minute if you want to just give us a brief update.
Yes, thank you. And I got to apologize for the fire drill here. I'm assuming you have bigger fish to fry. So my biggest regret is on the last school committee meeting to not get approval for dugouts 3 and 4. And you asked us about it. And we said no need, because honestly, this was not on our radar. We thought that it was going to be dugouts 1 and 2 on the varsity field. And it wasn't until when we had a meeting with the contractors at the varsity field when the Mason guy looks over at the JV field and is like, well, what's your plans for this field? Well, we're like, well, we'd love to get dugouts here at some point, but that might not be for next year. And he's like, I got to tell you, if I'm gonna be here, and the cement truck's gonna be here, and if I'm gonna pour holes on this field, I could just turn around and pour holes on this field. He said it'd be a lot cheaper to do all 4 while everyone is here than to pack up all of our stuff and come back a year later. And I was like, you got to be kidding me. All right. And then we kind of talked preliminary numbers. So I know that we mentioned $14,000 for the first 2 dugouts. That's what the softball board had budgeted based on Steve Crucial's conversation with the contractors. It was in and around kind of 12 or 13-ish. So I said, all right, well, we'll get approval for 14,000. So there's a little bit of a buffer there. So I think realistically, the first 2 dugouts would come in and around 13,000. And the contractors, they couldn't really give us a number. They wouldn't really know until they're in it and in the project. But the way that we thought it, and so I immediately went to my board and said, listen, guys, worst case, this would be double. So if you double 13,000, we're looking at 26 and change. But if the contractors are talking savings here while we're there, it's probably not going to be 26, maybe 20, 25, 24, 23, whatever. So listen, our youth softball bank account, we have done a really good job at fundraising and with sponsorships, fundraising, raffles, etc. The main reason for all the robust fundraising was to do dugouts. And then we have extra money to do. It's not needs to run the program, it's wants. We've talked about maybe getting another pitching machine. We can get swag for all of our players, like a nice raincoat or some nice to haves. But we have in our bank account almost $30,000. So if there's a concern from the committee of, I think I know what your concern is. Your concern might be is we're going to say that we can pay for this, fully fund it, but what happens if we run out of money and you got half built dugouts on Birchland property? And I can say till I'm blue in the face that we do have the money, and I have approval from our board to. I'm telling you guys, this is such a unique opportunity to bang out 4 dugouts exactly the same, all cinder block dugouts. We want to jump at the opportunity, and we have the money, and we decided to let's punt on some of the other nice to haves, and let's go all in on this thing while the contractors are there. So that is our ask to you is to see if we can build dugout 3 and 4. We'll have 4 beautiful brand new dugouts at Birchland for not only youth to use. Again, like I said last call, from T-ball to 14U, but we're in lockstep with high school, varsity and JV. They'll be able to use the dugouts for a couple of years before the high school's ready. Everyone's super excited about it, and we hope that you would allow us to do this.
Pete, do we have an estimated completion date? Did they give you a date that would be done by?
I'm going to defer to Coach Steve on that one.
Yeah, that date was the 28th as of the beginning of last week. Greg, as we discussed, we've lost 4 days since then, but we're still cautiously optimistic. Get in, get out before the kids show up. Worst case, if they have to paint on a weekend or something like that, that's not going to be the end of the world for anybody. So the 28th is the date we're trying to be, done and gone. Or, excuse me, the 27th.
29th. Okay.
Yep. And I had let Mr. Pearson know. So and I also said that the goal was to do it before students are fully back in swing. I mean, they'll report on the 28th, but we'll just divert PE classes from using the softball fields. That shouldn't be a problem.
Well, I'm pretty confident we're going to be out of your way, but worst case, good plan to have.
Yeah. Okay.
I had Pam, our assistant superintendent, check in with Mr. Finney at the Department of Public Works. He wrote that I support the project in its entirety. I reviewed the construction materials being used and the overall plan for the construction of the dugouts. Thank you. So Bruce has reviewed those and supports the project. Any questions from the committee?
I just have one follow-up. So 3 and 4 will be identical in nature to 1 and 2 in terms of construction.
Yes.
Thank you.
Anyone else? Okay, if there are no further questions, I'd entertain a motion to approve the 2 additional dugouts.
I move to approve dugouts 3 and 4 at the JV field at Birchland Park Middle School as presented.
Motion made by Sarah,
Second.
second by Kate. Any other discussion? We'll roll call. Sarah,
Yes.
Kate,
Yes.
Antonella,
Yes.
and I'm a yes also. That carries 4-0. Okay, gentlemen, thank you. And certainly we appreciate all your efforts. This community would not be what it is without volunteers like the 2 of you. As we mentioned prior, all this work going in, just want to reiterate, there'll be property of the town in terms of schedule. The rec department brought that issue up, so I just wanted to put that out there, but I know you both know that. And again, thank you so very much for all your efforts, and we'll look forward to the progress made over there.
Awesome. Thank you very much, everybody. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thanks, guys. Wait, committee, we got to log out before you leave. Kate, give me a motion to adjourn, please.
So moved.
And a second.
Oh, do I have to say it? Yeah.
You can move it. That's fine.
Second.
Motion made by Kate, second by Antonella. Any other discussion? Hearing none. Is that Sarah coming back in? Hey, Sarah.
Oh,
We're just adjourning, Sarah. So all in favor, Kate, we'll start with you for roll call, please.
yes.
Antonella,
Yes.
Sarah,
Yes.
and I'm a yes as well. We are adjourned. Thank you all for attending. We'll see you soon.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye.